Hi, welcome back to Talk of the Town. Dr. James Gigante stops by the show today to share the future of medicine in America. Dr. Gigante, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Quite a topic, very popular topic right now. A lot of people are wondering, so what is actually going on?
Well, the Affordable Care Act was passed in 2008, and it took care of a very crucial problem, which was about 16% of the country didn't have insurance.
Okay.
So like any government program, it could be transformational, but you can also have perversions. So what the Affordable Care Act did was covered about 25 million of the 50 million people without insurance, which was a great thing, and that's utterly transformational. But it also had problems to it, which was you have, from the patient's point of view, you have people did not have to sign up until they became sick.
Right.
So that would be the first kind of perversion to it. And all insurance is based on the vast majority of people unaffected by pestilence and illness, covering the small minority of people who get those things.
Right.
So you can't have insurance work when you have healthy people not signing up until they're sick. That was the first perversion from the consumer's perspective.
Sure.
The transformational thing is that millions of lives have been saved, which is a great thing. Other perversions would be on the government side, that the Republicans on one side, without getting political, decided to withhold the subsidies. And on the executive side, the president tried to get money from other places and tried to prevent the insurance companies, who had some perversions too, by trying to get rid of patients who were sick and forming monopolies. So the government started suing the insurance companies. So with all of the healthy people not signing up, it's created what some people call a death spiral. So the insurance markets are not working, but at the same time they're also saving lives. So that was the Affordable Care Act. Do you know how the Affordable Care Act might affect Medicare, for example?
No.
A lot of people don't. Because Medicare was drastically affected by the Affordable Care Act, because what happened is that we were having a system whereby it was really becoming a problem in terms of Medicare having a $50 trillion unfunded liability over 20 years. That means that every single day from 2008, when the Affordable Care Act was passed, for 20 years, 10,000 people were new to Medicare every single day.
Wow.
And so that created a $50 trillion unfunded Medicare liability, what Medicare took in and what they paid out. Totally unsustainable. So what the Affordable Care Act tried to do to solve that was essentially to, with a stroke of a pen, wipe that out by forming an unelected committee called the Independent Advisory Payment Board. And their job was to not let costs increase more than a slight percentage above our income growth per person. And that's created perversions whereby doctors are being forced to work for corporations because private practice is becoming unsustainable. And that's just the Medicare side.
So concierge, we find a lot of people that are, or there's been a movement towards concierge healthcare.
There has been, and I'm not saying that's the future. The future is going to involve all types of systems working together. I believe in safety net government programs like Social Security and public options such as Medicare. But on top of that, people should have kind of free market solutions too. So concierge medicine is just one aspect of that. Given the stresses that are going on in medicine and private practice, you're going to have doctors going from what already is too short of a visit, which is 15 minutes, down to 6 minutes. I can't even say hello to a patient in 6 minutes.
Absolutely.
And so concierge is one solution whereby we free ourselves a bit from third-party payment, because that's one of the perversions. And patients can pay a small amount of money and get higher levels of service. And you can have that function alongside other forms of medicine such as public options or third-party payment. And it can all be at, one of the solutions can be hire somebody you trust at a price you can afford.
Right. Dr. Gigante, thank you. Great information.
Okay.
We appreciate you stopping by today.
No problem.
And please come back soon.
I will.
Okay. And we'll be right back. Talk of the Town.